Baby Palm, An Adventure in Growth by Dilek Mir, illustrated by Paweł Kajmanajewski. Baby Palm, An Adventure in Growth, Book 1 in the Baby Palm Grows Up series. Written by Dilek Mir, illustrated by Paweł Kajmanajewski. A long, long time ago, Baby Palm lived with Daddy Palm on a tropical island in the turquoise-blue Caribbean Sea. Baby Palm looked up at the full moon and quivered. They will be coming again, the humans. They are our neighbors, and we share with them, said Daddy Palm. Well, I won't, Baby Palm protested and looked down at his old brown leaves, his fronds. As the morning sun rose over the eastern hill, a man and a woman walked towards Baby Palm. Baby Palm, look, Daddy Palm said. The new green fronds on my crown are all I need to be big, healthy, and beautiful. This one old brown frond is something I no longer need. I am going to let it go. Watch. Daddy Palm dropped his old frond. Baby Palm turned away. He wrapped his old brown fronds around his trunk like a blanket. See, Daddy Palm said, it doesn't hurt at all. When I let my old ones go, I make room for new fronds to grow. But the old frond is part of you, Daddy. How can you just let it go? Baby Palm wondered. It was a part of me, and it helped me to grow tall. But now it has finished its job. I can say thank you and goodbye to it, Daddy Palm explained. The man picked up Daddy Palm's old frond and smiled at him. Look at the humans, said Daddy Palm. I have made them happy. They now have what they need. How many old fronds do you have? Daddy Palm asked. Baby Palm loosened his brown fronds and counted. 6. And how many new green fronds do you have? Daddy Palm said. 14, Baby Palm replied. You should have about 20 new green fronds, Daddy Palm said. When you don't let go of what you have outgrown, you don't have room to grow what you need. But I don't want to, said Baby Palm. Listen to your father, called a voice from up high. Baby Palm turned to see Grandma Palm, who was even taller than Daddy Palm. You have to let go, Daddy Palm insisted, or you won't grow. Don't you want to get bigger? Yes, Baby Palm answered, but I also don't want to let my old fronds go. They are part of me. Many moons waxed and waned. At each full moon, the man and woman came and picked up brown fronds. On the morning after the 8th full moon, Baby Palm asked, Daddy, why is the woman's belly so big? They are going to have a baby human, Daddy Palm explained. That's why they have been coming to get my fronds. They are building a bigger house for their growing family. Because I am big and tall, I can see over the eastern hill. I can see what they need and what I don't. Oh, Baby Palm said. Listen to your father, said Grandma Palm. At the next crescent moon, the sounds of drum beats, singing, and laughter wafted over the eastern hill. What is that? Baby Palm asked. That is the sound of celebration, Daddy Palm hummed as he swayed his crown to the music. What are they celebrating? Baby Palm wondered. You will find out for yourself when you grow big and tall enough to see over the hill, Daddy Palm said. You're not going to tell me? Baby Palm challenged. Why should your dad tell you something that you can discover by yourself? Grandma Palm asked. The next morning, the man came alone. Daddy Palm dropped an old frond. The man picked it up and turned to Baby Palm. Baby Palm looked at the man and imagined what a baby human might look like. Then he imagined what it might feel like to be one. "Daddy, I think I'm ready," Baby Palm announced. "Of course you are," Daddy Palm smiled. Baby Palm looked at his oldest frond and thought, "Dear frond, thank you for helping me grow. I am letting you go so that you can help this human." The frond landed on the sandy ground with a soft plop. "You did it!" cheered Daddy Palm. "It didn't even hurt," Baby Palm grinned. He released the rest of his old brown fronds. They all fell at once with a loud plop. The man picked up all of Baby Palm's old fronds. He did not say a word, but his smile and his eyes said thank you. Baby Palm stood proudly and held his crown high. 12 moons had passed since Baby Palm let go of his old fronds. He had grown taller, sprouting a crown full of new green ones. "Daddy, is that the sound of celebration?" Baby Palm asked as he listened to music, singing, and laughter. "Yes, it is, son," said Daddy Palm. Baby Palm stretched his crown, hoping to see over the eastern hill. For the first time he did. He saw that his old fronds had been woven to make a cradle. The humans were celebrating the baby's first birthday. Baby Palm understood that a part of him, which he had outgrown and no longer needed, helped someone else. This made him very happy. Baby Palm looked up at Daddy Palm and said, "Daddy, now I understand." The end. For most people. But if you are infinitely curious polymath, then go forth. Polymath is a noun, a person who knows a lot about many different subjects. The word origin is early 17th century, from Greek polymathos, having learned much, from polu, much, the stem of menthenein, learn, from the Oxford Learner's Dictionary. Palm trees, good neighbors to humans. Palm trees were here on Earth even before humans. Fossils show they coexisted with dinosaurs, including the Tyrannosaurus rex and Triceratops, as far back as 80 million years ago. Just like Baby Palm's human neighbors, other humans throughout history and around the world have loved palm trees. In ancient times, palm fronds were good symbols of goodness. 3,000 years ago, in the ancient civilizations of Assyria, modern-day Iraq, the palm tree symbolized life. It was seen as a sacred tree which connected heaven with earth. The palm tree was associated with the goddess Ishtar, who represented love, fertility, and harvest. "2,000 years ago, according to the Christian Bible, Jesus was greeted with palm fronds when he returned to Jerusalem. Because of this, some Christians celebrate Palm Sunday, the Sunday before Easter, by placing palm fronds in churches. 2,700 years ago, according to the Torah, palm fronds became one of the 4 species of tree branches used in the Jewish feast of Sukkot, symbolizing unity and harvest. 1,400 years ago, according to Islamic belief, Muhammad said palm tree dates, fruits, come from paradise, and he recommended eating them for good health. In the Arab world, palm trees represent rest and hospitality. Throughout history and today, palm trees have helped humans as a source of food, medicine, building materials, and more. Most of all, palm trees have helped humans by simply being beautiful neighbors. The royal palm, a self-cleaning tree. There are more than 2,500 species of palm trees on Earth. Baby Palm and his family are royal palm trees. The scientific name for their species is Roystonea regia. They grow about 1 foot each year, reaching between 50 to 100 feet high. Their crown is made up of 15 to 20 fronds, each about 10 feet long. Royal palm trees are self-cleaning palm trees. This means they naturally drop their old brown fronds, which no longer create energy through photosynthesis. Not all palm tree species do this. Other species keep their old fronds. Baby palm learns to let go of his old fronds because he no longer needs them to grow. Lots of other plants and animals let go of parts of themselves they no longer need. For example, snakes shed their skin because while their bodies continue to grow, their skin does not. By shedding their old, smaller skin, they can keep growing with new, bigger skin. Baby palm gives his old fronds to the humans who need to make a baby cradle. Do you have something that you no longer need? Can you give it to someone who needs it more than you do? Caribbean Sea. So many islands. There are about 7,000 islands in the Caribbean Sea, just like the one that is Baby Palm's home. The Caribbean Sea is located near the equator, an imaginary line around the middle of the Earth, the planet's widest part. Cycles of the Moon, the original timekeeper. In many ancient cultures, just like in Baby Palm's world, the moon and its phases were used to keep track of time. As the moon revolves around the Earth, we see the parts of the moon that are lit by the sun. It takes 28 days for the moon to complete a cycle from one full moon to the next. When we can see more of the moon lit by the sun, this is called waxing. It looks like the moon is getting bigger until it becomes full. When the moon looks like it's getting smaller, when we see less of it lit by the sun, this is called waning. I Spy. Can you find them all in the story pages?